What's up everyone, this is Trying to Kill Toys back with another review. I know it's been a while, but today I'm taking a look at these 3 Nendoroid figures from Nichijou. And if you don't know about the anime, it's a decent anime. It's like a slice of life comedy anime. I watched the English dub and I thought they did a pretty good job on translating some of the jokes and kind of changing them up a bit to make it more understandable to an English audience. And I thought it was a pretty good anime, but like all animes, they're not perfect, so there was some things that I didn't like about it. And besides these 3 characters, they also released Nano and Hakase, which I also have. I'll show them later towards the end of the video. But here from left to right we have Mai, Mio, and Yuuko. So I'll go ahead and start that right now from left to right, starting with Mai. So here's the box that Mai comes in, pretty standard Nendoroid box. You got pictures of the figure on the sides, on the back, and everywhere else. You do get this cool cardboard display, and I'm going to pull that out. And that background only comes with Mai, so if you want that background, you're going to have to get the Mai figure. So the accessories are pretty standard Nendoroid accessories. You get the same things you'd expect. You get the base for the stand, you get the arm for the stand, and she only has one alternate face with her eyes closed. She kind of has a like peaceful expression or a sleeping expression. She also has a Buddha statue, which does show up in the show, so that is accurate. Just kind of sits there like a statue. She does have alternate legs for standing. Right now she has the sitting ones. Then she has school bag, extra Nendoroid joints, right arm with the bent elbow and a grabbing hand, straight right arm with the hand out, left arm with the bent elbow with a grabbing hand, and then on the figure I have the book holding hand with the bent elbow on the right, and then just a straight arm on the left. Then she also has this cool chair and desk, which is pretty cool. I like how they included that with all the figures. They didn't have one for Nano, and I think it would have made sense to have one for her, because now she has her school uniform, but she doesn't have a desk. So you can't really have her sitting in the classroom with the rest of the classmates. So I feel like a desk and chair should have been included with the Nano figure. One thing about the chair is that I'm not really a big fan of how you plug it into the figure. So it has this separate like clear peg that you put into the back of the chair and it sticks out. Then you put it into the back of the figure, but the figure doesn't actually sit flush with the bottom of the chair. It kind of hovers over the chair, and I just don't like the way that looks. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'll figure that out later, but I just don't like the way that that looks right now. But getting closer to the figure, I think the execution of this figure is pretty good for the most part. One thing that does kind of look weird is the way that the glasses, how they turned out. I feel like the lenses are kind of thick, so it kind of obscures the face of the figure. And I feel like her nose and upper lip are too far apart, so it kind of makes it look like her mouth is too low on her face. I don't know, I'll have to look at some pictures from the anime. I'll put them side by side and you guys can let me know what you think about that. But for the most part it is good. It does capture her look and her expressions. I would have liked one more expression, but I'm having trouble figuring out what expression that should have been, because she's not really an expressive character. That's a part of her whole character. Maybe that's why they included the background with her, which looks like this, which is kind of like a street display. So you can have the 3 figures lined up there. You can throw in Hakase and Nano in there as well, and those figures are going to look good against this background. So maybe that's probably why they included the background with her, because she doesn't have that many faces. And the way that the glasses come off is a little bit different than some other glasses that I've seen on figures. But there's 2 notches on either side of the hair where the lenses go in. They can get dirty, so you got to watch out if you're touching it with your fingers, or if your fingers are dirty and you touch it, because you are going to have to clean them like regular glasses. And there's what she looks like without glasses. I think she was without glasses a few times in the anime, so we have seen this look. And there she is with the alternate face. And also I forgot to mention that she has a book, and there she is with the straight legs and on the stand, and looks pretty good. You can also put the legs with the bent knees on this, so you can try to make it look like she's running or something. So that's another option that you can do as well. The peg that goes in the back of the chair, that goes in the back of the figure, the chair itself, and the desk or the table. So that's it for Mai. Now we'll take a look at the next figure, Mio. And she has the most expressions out of all the characters here, which is accurate. She was the most expressive in the show. And here's her box. Again, pretty standard. So again, some of the same accessories here: the chair, the desk, the sitting legs, a bent arm, a fist, another bent arm, and we have another bent arm and a hand that's supposed to hold this money or this dollar. I'm not sure how much it is. 1,000 yen bill. On the back it's blank. School bag and another fist. Then the standing legs, the stand, the arm, and another stand. Now this is for this plastic thing, angry effect when she's yelling, I think, or she's saying something. I have no idea what the Japanese says. And it does have a film that you can take off to make it look clearer, but it does look like it has scratches on it. And it might not show up on camera, but there's like these pits in it. There's some scratches on it. So that's what it's like straight out of the box. I don't really like accessories like this anyway. Extra Nendoroid joint, and then the faces. First expression, she has this angry, kind of sweating face. So when she's really angry at Yuuko. She has a blushing face, probably when she sees Sasahara, you know, the rich kid that she likes. Then she has an angry, crying face. She's got tears coming out of her eyes and yelling, so that's a pretty funny expression. And then she has the basic open mouth, smiling face. Decent range of emotions in these 4 faces, so I'm pretty happy with that. Here's that running pose that I was talking about earlier. You can use the bent leg to do that. And here she is running and crying. So this is a cool pose that you can do also. I also want to mention that her hair accessories there's articulation at her hair accessories. It's kind of like a ball joint, I think. Yeah, it's like a ball joint. So you can move her hair in those areas. But anyways, that's the Mio figure. Now, let's take a look at the Yuuko figure. And here is the Yuuko figure. Now, I think Yuuko might be my favorite. She did get annoying sometimes. A lot of good episodes or a lot of good segments revolving around how dumb she is, how stupid she is. But anyways, we'll take a look at the figure. So again, pretty basic box. Same things you'd expect. It's probably not even worth showing, but she does have another one of those background things, effects part. So we get a lot of the same things that the other figures come with. The stand and the arm. You got the straight legs. And you have 3 bent arms for the left and right. 2 straight arms. A couple of different hands. And then this hand with the sausage, the hot dog that's cut like a squid. Then the school bag, the stand for the effect. And here's what that looks like in the stand. And there's kind of a big cut on the thing. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but there is like a big cut on there. You can pose the figure in front of it, and it looks pretty good. And there she is holding the squid hot dog thing. So pretty faithful recreation of the show. She has this expression where she's kind of proud of herself and smiling. And then she has this face, eyes closed, smiling face. And probably my favorite face that she has is this one, where it's like her super serious face. This is like her "Are you serious" face or "Are you kidding me" face. So they executed this pretty well, and you can get a lot of use out of this with different setups. Before I do a couple size comparisons, I want to see what some of these heads look like on some Nendoroid doll bodies that I have. So here's Yuuko on a Nendoroid doll body. Obviously makes her taller, bigger than regular Nendoroids. And here's Mio in the bear costume. I did have to take her hair things out, so there's what that looks like. You guys can let me know what you think about that. Now let's do some size comparisons. So if you collect Nendoroids, you know how tall they are. You know they're not like as big as Figmas or as big as 6-inch figures. But I'll show you what they look like next to some other Nendoroids. And here's what they look like next to all the non-Biori Nendoroid figures. So they're all pretty much the same height, but here you can get an idea of what they look like next to each other. So if you collect both of these, you know, and you want to display them next to each other. And here's the rest of the Nichijou Nendoroids. We got Hakase and Nano and Sakamoto the cat. And they look really good next to each other. Definitely a good way to display them all together like this. Pretty good collection, pretty good Nichijou and Nendoroid collection here. I'm not sure if they're going to do any more characters. If you guys want to see other characters, let me know which ones you want to see them do next. Probably Sasahara, the rich kid, makes the most sense for the next character. Maybe the principal, but that would be kind of weird. Pretty good Nendoroids. I definitely recommend picking them up if you're a fan of the anime or the manga or whatever. And if you guys have them, let me know what you think about them in the comments. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one.